Happy Saturday morning. Got a nice delivery in the mail here. Yardbird Chicken Plucker. So you know what that means. It's gonna be turkey processing time. So tomorrow is the big day. And I'm just gonna take a little walk over here and have a look at the turkeys. We sold most of our turkeys, but we've kept 3 behind for ourselves this time. And in the past I've rented plucker and kill cones and all the stuff they needed, scalder and that. So this will be first year just using our own equipment. Definitely going to be more cost effective over the long term. Get the kids out, get them involved in the process. And we've been raising these turkeys in the turkey tractor, chicken tractor, whatever you want to call it. I see their water's dumped over. They always dump that over. We end up filling that thing up like 4 times a day. But they've grown significantly. I'm going to weigh them tomorrow. And this particular breed is the Orlop Bronze, and they've been a pleasure to raise. Really good birds. Friendly, great with the kids, great with the dog. They just have been an all-around fun animal to raise. Instead of they don't grow meat quite as fast as some of the other breeds, like the white ones, but they were kind of fun. So they're 3 months old now, so it's time. All right, so really looking forward to this and opening up our chicken plucker. We've always rented these, so to have our own is like totally awesome. So right on the top here, got a manual, and they've got a cardboard 15 seconds to pluck 2 8-pound birds. Okay. Side. Okay. Got one, looks like a leg here. We're actually going to assemble this right now, so I'm just going to take it out of the packaging. Or what I think is a leg. Okay. Out of the box she goes. Not a light appliance. Yeah.
Okay, try that.
Okay. So that's just to protect the table. So we've got these little carabiners holding on these clips. I know the rest of the legs and wheels will be inside here somewhere because you're not in the box. Oh, the hardware feels nice. High quality. And of course, inside is all the wheels and stuff, just like we kind of expected. So I'll just take all this off of here. Jump to time lapse. The wheels or the casters have a bearing inside, and they are solid rubber. It's not a sealed bearing. I can't remember what that style bearing is called. Rod bearing maybe. But the bearings are exposed, so they will get wet. Stuff will get in there. But it's not like you're driving all over town with this thing, so probably okay for running around your backyard. Wheel number 2. I'm going to cut these cable ties, these zip ties. Decent length on the cord. Protection device here. This is a GFCI, ground fault protection device, so no one gets electrocuted. And on here we've got a little breaker and what appears to be a sensor, probably to disconnect the motor when you lift off the main tank. That goes there. This one goes here. All right, so we're going to take this base plate out, and it looks like to do that, we just simply push down, kind of satisfying actually, push down past the rubber fingers. So lift this out now. Okay, so that's the bottom. Okay, so the wheels are definitely going to go onto here, like that. So I'm doing this without having consulted any manual. So it's actually been pretty user-friendly like that. So I got to pull this guy off for this to fit on. There it goes. And this guy. Pretty intuitive. Haven't had to read a single thing yet. Parts just kind of slapped together so far. If I read the manual, I might have been able to save 30 seconds or something, or maybe not. I might look at the manual though to see what hardware to use where, although just looking at this I already have a pretty good idea of what's going to go where. I don't know if this is stainless or what. It kind of looks that way, so I don't think we're going to have any rusting problems. Okay. Yeah, we do have some funny parts here, so I am going to have a look at the manual, make sure that we put the hardware in the right spot. I hate putting hardware on and then finding out later, oh, you have to undo it all and do it again. Alright, going to get the old socket set out here. So after having a look at this, you can't really go wrong. Only the right ones fit in the right spots, so good on them for doing that. It does mean you have to use some different size tools to tighten everything down, but that's okay. Everything's pretty similar. Thing there, so I'm just going to go. Wait, I wouldn't even record this. Cool. Okay, so wheels are on, pretty straightforward. Here is the shaft that connects the motor to the plucker bottom. It has a little guy here. This is a key, and this is actually a type of shear pin, I believe, and that's so if something gets caught and the motor's still turning, it just breaks that off and doesn't destroy everything in its path. So that key will go into there. This is probably to get any feathers and stuff that end up underneath here and bring them to this hole. Oh, left-handed thread. Ooh. So this is a reverse threaded bolt. So we'll be turning it counterclockwise. That means that's fun. There we go. So we're going to install this extra finger. I don't know why they don't install it, but the instructions do say to put this in. Yeah, okay. So really got to work that in there, it looks like. I'm not sure how to do that. Pull on it, I guess. It's pretty tough rubber, so I can probably take it. Yeah, I gotta pull this off and do that. You can probably pull it through this way quite easy, but pushing on it doesn't work. There we go. All right, let's throw the dome on. Okay, so when it was shipped, it's had these, but those look like temporary hooks. I see there's hooks on here already, which is great because when I saw those temporary hooks, and how they fell off like that. I was like, oh, that's not very good. But I see they kind of figured that out. This one wants to bounce off a bit. We do have the carabiners, so I'm going to use those. Hold that on. And let's hook this thing up to some water. Let's see how she goes. And some power. And we're going to definitely bleach this down and everything before the tree day. The morning of. Okay. The wheels are a nice touch for sure. I like it. Yep. Ready? Wow, no feathers at all. Okay, so it works, everything functions properly. There's no problems putting it together, all the parts were there, and we're ready to roll for tomorrow.